Yeah, what's the deal? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Let me get this real quick. Uh, In and out today, man. In and out today. Sure. Uh, get this posted up on a couple of spots. In and out today, though. Sure. I got to get ready to go to work. Refresh this real quick. Get this pinned up real quick. Okay. Um, got to get ready to go to work though, my guys. Looked over a few things, so it is what it is. Share this one more place, and I'm going off to the races. Um, so yeah, I looked over a few of the games and stuff like that, man. I busy day for me, but hey, I did look over a few things. Figured I'd drop in and give you guys a little bit of what I seen here. What are the implications of the Dodgers? The rain should hold off south of the ballpark. Implications here in this Baltimore game, so keep an eye out for that. Uh, uh, Philly, they may say some on and off light sprinkles, but I don't think it's enough to stop play or impact the game. And Minnesota, Tampa Bay, storms very likely. Stay away from the ballpark. High temps, winds very gently blowing out, and Chicago White Sox and New York Mets. Maybe a sprinkle. Winds out the left, 5 to 10 miles an hour. Uh, excuse me. Cincinnati, Kansas City Royals. Rain is in the process of clearing KC today. Maybe a lingering shower early, but they played yesterday 3 hours nonstop rain. I think they can handle a stray a stray sprinkle. Colorado and my Chicago Cubs. Chilly temps, winds in from left at roughly 10 miles an hour. Great pitching weather, bad home run hitting weather. Ask PCA how he feels about that wind, right? So the wind, like I told you, man, yesterday, things can be weird with Wrigley Field, right? Speaking of Wrigley Field, they'll be going on undergoing some renovations because we will have the All Star game here in a few years. So I think that's 2027. Now, bringing it back here, I looked over a few things here, right? We got first game up, we got Dodgers at the Cleveland, right? So Dustin May, I want to say he's pitching his worst versus righties. Don't quote me on that. And Tanner Bybee, he's probably pitching his worst versus righties as well. Righties look, mm, Otani Freeman look really good here. Righties get a small little bump here. So actually, at the end of the day, when I'm looking at this Dodgers game, I couldn't talk you off any of the Dodgers bats here. I do like Jose Ramirez. I wouldn't mind taking him for a hit all the way up to a bomb. But Ramirez did look really good. But it is what it is in certain instances. But these Dodgers, this the game I'm not too fresh on because I looked at this game last night. I still haven't bet anything. But it's gonna be Dodgers money line parlays, run line straight for me if I do bet on the side. And like I said, Otani's on fire. Mookie Betts, it's coming around, right? So keep an eye out on Mookie Betts. Freeman, just yeah. I mean the usual suspects. Even Will Smith hit a bomb late last night, so it is what it is. Um, when it comes to the St. Louis and Baltimore game, we do got weather implications here. So if you want to temper your expectations, you can. But I'll tell you, if there was no weather here, I would love Donovan and Mason win. Uh, these guys, they didn't show up for me yesterday. I took them on a money line. They didn't show up for me yesterday. A few of the bats didn't show up for me either. But I'm looking for a hit. If I'm looking for a hit, of course Donovan, of course Mason win. Looking at some of the numbers versus righties, I think Donovan and Wynn were close to batting 400. So I definitely like those two for sure. So it is what it is with that situation. Ryan O'Hearn, he's just been a staple as of right now. If I'm looking at bats, I mean, keep an eye out on the on the starting lineups because I mean O'Hearn, Henderson, and Holiday been those guys carrying the torch. Don't know why or if and when Loriano won't why he wasn't in the lineup, but I wouldn't mind Loriano, you know. But we got weather here. That's the first most important thing you need to take a look at is the weather. You got Palante, especially Palante towards lefties. He is throwing that fastball around 70% of the time. Don Player said, "Yo, OG, can you give me 2, 3 pitches that will get 3Ks or more if you can?" Yeah, give me a minute, real quick. Let me go ahead and go through this. I'm not trying to, I'm trying to get out of here. This Detroit game here, we got good pitching weather. I mean, good pitching scenario here. When it comes to Logan Webb, it comes to Flaherty. Flaherty can give up some runs. Flaherty can give up some bombs as well, but truth be told, I didn't set the bats to the side that I felt like I was interested in here, but I'm not going to be betting on any bats in it anyway. So, like I said, looking at the pitch mix, Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green, if you're looking for a hit, maybe they can get a hit, but I'm not betting on nobody from this game, straight up. You know, on account of Logan Webb being so good of a pitcher. Um, if you do want to attack Logan Webb, I think on the road is where you want to attack him at. So, that's another thing you could look at there. Uh, Philly, Atlanta, and Philly here. If I'm looking at a bat from each team, I'm looking at Olsen and I'm looking at Bryce Harper. Those are the two bats that semi stood out to me all the way down. Looking at their pitch mix to the last week, it came out to Ozuna and Olsen and Bryce Harper. um, Minnesota Twins and Tampa Bay Rays. Joe Ryan can't give up the long ball. He doesn't. He's calmed down a little bit, but that fly ball rate is up for him. And like I said, historically he has give up the home run. He does have great, tremendous K stuff. So couldn't take off any strikeouts for him. You know what I'm saying? But he will. He will. At the end, this weather in this ballpark it's a different beast, right? So, speak so all saying all that to say is he's throwing that fastball a ton, right? And Brandon Lowe loves that fastball, right? So don't be surprised if Brandon Lowe, take him deep, right? So he's a home run candidate. Um, Caminero is if I'm looking to bet on any righties here, it'll be even if it's small ball, Yandy Diaz, and if I'm taking a bomb for one of these guys, it's probably going to be Caminero. So if I'm looking for a bomb for the lefties, it would be Low. If I'm looking for a bomb for a righty, it would be Caminero. But those guys, small ball hits, I couldn't talk you off of it. I was struggling to find out who I really, really liked on this Minnesota side. But in this ballpark, Correa hit a home run yesterday. Royce Lewis can go boom and hit one or two any given time. So I would really keep my eye out on Royce Lewis, man. He's way past due for a monster game. Just keep an eye out on him, bro, because this could be one of those days. Um, Looking at this game here, if I'm just looking at this game for bats, Pete Alonso is one guy that stands out to me. Hit all the way up to a home run, whatever you want to do. Didn't look at the Chicago White Sox bats. Didn't look at the Cincinnati bats. We do have Brady Singer coming back to where it started for him. Um, Markel Garcia. I mean, if you're looking for a hit, Brady Singer's pitching his worst on the road to lefties and righties. Bet Pasquantino. But the thing about these guys is they hit better on the road. Pasquantino, Garcia, Bobby Witt is Bobby Witt. But at the end of the day, you feel my drip, right? Uh Boston. Jared Duran has been on fire. Devers, he's up and down. Can't talk you off anything for Devers. And Narvaez, he looks good. If you just want to tap or a hit or something like that. Savali, his two I think it's two starts. I think he's giving up three bombs in total. So that's something that you can keep in mind there. But Jaron Duran and Devers, Navarez, Abreu, I couldn't talk you off any of those guys for a hit. Not my favorite games. Not my favorite games today. So we didn't have a pitcher out for the longest for Boston. They might be going to go on a bullpen game or something. Who knows? But here's the Milwaukee side of things. I did not get a chance to look. Bowden Francis, Nathan Eovaldi. Traditionally, we usually targeted Bowden France versus lefties, but looking at some of the bats that I really was looking at was narrowed down to maybe a Josh Smith, but as of late, Wyatt Langford and Adolis Garcia, those guys kind of look pretty good. And like I said, lefties might get a bump here. Nathan Eovaldi, you could definitely look at him for. You can look at Eovaldi at least for his pitching outs. He goes out there, and he's been pitching really good this year, right? And Bowden France has been ass. I didn't look at any of the Colorado bats, but Herman Marquez can go out there and get hit. We do have weather implication, and and it is what it is with that situation. Something similar to like yesterday. Looking at the bats here, Suzuki's been on fire. He looks okay versus this pitch mix, but the bats who just I don't know, man. The bats who kind of stood out to me was Pete Crow Armstrong and Swanson, right? So, just I ain't saying I'm trying to be a little bit different, but just looking at some of the numbers, these guys and some of their splits, Pete Crow Armstrong and Swanson kind of looked a little stood out a little bit to me. Didn't look at any of the Athletics bats or the Houston Astros bats here. Kind of like took a rain check on that. And then the last game that I looked at was the Los Angeles Angels and the New York Yankees, which I'm probably going to be, you know, interested in the Los Angeles Angels side of, I mean, in the Yankee side of things. It's just both of these pitchers on the mound are lefties, and then both of these teams haven't seen a ton of lefties, right? So I just left off, and I was looking at some of these lefties here, and uh, as you can see, over the course of the season, 35 plate appearances is the most, and that'll be Anthony Volpe. Over the course of the season, he's hitting 343. Paul Goldschmidt is hitting 630, and Aaron Judge is hitting 450 with 5 bombs. Right, flipping it over to the lefties here, the left hand batters versus this pitch mix here. Not a big sample size, right? But there's plenty green to be had there. And like I said, the lefties can get a semi bump because Tyler Anderson is pitching his worst to lefties, as you can see. Tyler Anderson is got a 286 batting average with 4 bombs and 6 bombs to righties. Uh, um, really pitching his worst on the road versus lefties, but he'll be at home today. But like I said, he is pitching his whatever his worst is to lefties. So lefties right here can get a semi bump, right? I didn't go in and look at the splits or nothing like that for these batters, so I can't pinpoint which one is my favorite. But these guys are pretty green right there. And if you want to just know about the same thing for uh, um, the Angels bats, they haven't seen a lot of lefties, right? But the Angels will strike out more than the Yankees versus lefties. So you got somebody like Rodon on the mound for the Yankees. And Rodon historically has pitched his worst versus lefties. He's given up probably about 5 bombs. I mean, he's historically pitched his worst versus righties. Giving up about 5 bombs to righties, about 3 bombs to lefties. Last year he gave up about 28 bombs or 23 bombs to righties. So that's somewhere. I mean, and then you got the Angels, right? They home running nothing, right? They don't manufacture a lot. As of late, they probably have been, but there's probably a bomb in there somewhere. I need to just check it out. So that's where I'm at with that situation. Like the Yankees, whether they're lefties or righties, the righties from the Yankees are going to be Goldie, going to be Judge, and I got to look at these lefties here, whether it's Grisham, Wells, Bellinger, whatever the case may be. All these guys been green over the course of the month. Okay, so it is what it is with that situation. I did not look at the last few games, which was the Washington and this Miami game here. I'll look at it while I'm at work. 15 minutes in the books there. Strikeouts. I can see Rodon is in an okay strikeout spot. Got to check out the Mitchell Parker thing, but it is what it is. That situation, I didn't look, so I'm not going to give you anything. Hunter Brown, a good K spot. Evaldi, I don't really take his Ks a lot. I do mess with his outs. Um, uh, Joe Ryan. I don't like this park, so I'm scared. He does have tremendous case put stuff, but I'm scared in this ballpark. True be told. Um, I will look at I haven't bet on Logan Webb, man. He's been good, man. I just ain't used to seeing the strikeout Logan Webb. I'm used to seeing the outs, the pitching outs Logan Webb, right? But at the end of the day, take what you like, leave what you don't. And I did ask Jackson for the top home run bets. They gave me Otani, Devers, Harper, Swanson, Paredes. Some of the guys that I already said, I need to take another look into Paredes and see what they see. But I don't mind Swanson, Harper, Devers, or Otani. Otani's been on fire. Told them to give me their top bets. They gave me the Dodgers money line over in the Braves and Philly game. Uh, Dodgers run line, and Houston Astros run line. They gave me Devers to hit a bomb. Interesting. When they double down on a guy, they usually go yard. So I might sprinkle on Devers home run today. Airport plus 400 too. So it is what it is. Arizona Diamondbacks at -1 on the run line. I didn't look at that game either. So take what you like, leave what you don't. Peace out, fam. Peace out.